Hello, everybody, and we're back with Your Walk. I decided I had to do the actual ending. I did look up what was needed, so hopefully it won't take that long, but it is going to be a lot of reading. So, we just have to remember it was north of the windmill, south of the brook. And so let's go here. So this is pretty cool. This is why I couldn't figure it out. It says the Cole M68. The Cole M68. And then south of the brook is 1894. So I think then we go to the journal. I hope I got those right. Nope. Oh, what was it? Oh my gosh, my memory. It's so bad. It's 1894. The Cole M68, right? I think this is where you go, right? Okay, what am I doing? T94. The Ohm? Even with a guide. The Ohm. 68. Okay, I guess I was just seeing it wrong. I was just seeing it wrong. Okay. Theodore Almstein. Look at all this good stuff. Oh my gosh, that's so much. Oh. Hope these are really short. Okay. What else are we gonna learn about here? So, this is actually having to do with that small box. The one that we couldn't open. That I kept saying, oh yeah, we have to go back to. Let's go to the box. Where's the box? It's in our map, right? Yeah. It's right there. Stop it, you. Ugh. It should be right here. There it is. So we don't know what to do with this yet. I still actually don't know what to do with it. So, okay. This has a lot of stories. Theodore's Post. Okay. I'm just checking to see if we're recording. Okay. Here we go. Hello, new system. Ah, these are very short. Testing photo upload. It works. Cool. Nice building. Should probably write here more often. Okay. Read about every book on Swedish folklore there is. Surprised how little has been written about your walking. Need more sources of information. Okay. Talked to ES. He suggested some field work. Might be good, but I feel that I might be 30 years too late. Been talking to elderly folks, eating cookies and drinking coffee. Their knowledge about year walking has been limited to say the least. Barely any of them knew what it was. If they did, they had heard stories as children but forgotten the details. Thinking ES sent me on a wild goose chase. Interviews at the retirement home. May I never grow old. The last interview was intriguing, if very brief. Talked to one Astrid Jansen. She was over 100 years old. Clear at times. Did not know a lot about folklore, but she did claim that her grandfather's brother had once year-walked. Sadly, she did not know his name. He had died many years before she was born. Might have to look into it. Her maiden name was Svensson, which leaves me with a lot of possibilities. She was born in Vedtorp? And I can only hope that her grandfather was as well. More interviews. Nothing worth mentioning. Professor asked call today. He hinted that the faculty wanted to take part in my research. Interesting. Okay. We got some stuff. There's a names here. 1591. I don't know what that has to do with the box. It looks like moon stuff. Followed up my visit to the retirement home. In the early 20th century, there were 6 households in Ventrup under the surname Svensson, according to the church book. Astrid was born in 1913. Her grandfather was named Carl Frederick. He had 2 brothers. One died in 1942. The other brother, Daniel Svensson, died in 1895. Oh, wow. Since Astrid said that her great uncle died before she was born, Daniel is the one that supposedly year-walked. Okay, a Miller apprentice, going to the library to check out old newspapers tomorrow. Is that me? Am I this brother? Looked for reference of Daniel Svensson in old newspapers. I'm grasping at straws. Another day at the library. Nothing of interest. Bored. I'm about to give up. Excited! The newspapers finally mentioned a Daniel Svensson. He was apparently arrested for the murder of a young woman in Bedthorp. It looks like it's me. Or the guy that was going to marry her. I don't know. I'm not going to even try. Information is scarce. Her name was Stina Nilsson, and she was a miller's daughter. Her body was found on a field outside of the village. She had been stabbed multiple times. The library should be open longer. Hope I can find any reference to his supposed year-walk. Interesting. Yeah, so he was arrested for murder, so crazy. The motive behind the murder seems to have been jealousy. Not many details. Apparently Stina was going to marry a Lucas Tapper. She was on her way home from Lucas's parents when she was intercepted by Daniel. She was found the following morning, just 17 years old. I feel a tad guilty about my excitement yesterday. After all, this is a great tragedy behind this. It was me who did it. Or I'm the person who year-walked, right? The press seemed to have lost interest in the case after a while. Found nothing today. Maybe ES can tell me something. Had a long talk on the phone with ES. The murder case was unknown to him. He had, however, spent a lot of time in Bedthorp, I'm saying that name way wrong, during the 60s when he studied folklore in the area. There had been a rather peculiar runestone that seemed to predate the Viking Age. ES claims that there was a definite connection between the symbols on the stone and year-walking. He could not tell how. Want to check it out. We used that earlier. Went to the library again, in case I missed something about Daniel. Indeed I had. Found another article. Feeling upset and a little bit sad. Borrowed the article just in case. Okay. Perhaps there is more to learn about Daniel. Booked a hotel room in Bedthorp. Arrived in Bedthorp. It's a small place. One street cuts through the village. It's a rather depressing place. To be fair, the weather would not do any place justice. Oh, that looks like a crummy hotel. The hotel is empty besides me and a group of dog toy manufacturers who are a bit on the noisy side. Must ask chef for the veal recipe. Got a map from the hotel owner. Excited about the archive. Have a feeling that we might find something major, or that I will find something major. All right. Just got back from the archive. An interesting place. Sadly, it's only open 4 hours a day. It's understandable since I was the only visitor. Possibly found the files I need. Tomorrow, reading and lots of it. I knew it! The archive has exceeded my wildest dreams. On New Year's Eve, year 1893, whoa, so he died like 2 years after that, Daniel Svensson did indeed year-walk. The court records refer to his year-walk on several occasions. I have just started to scratch the surface. There must be beliefs hidden amongst these papers that have been forgotten for ages. Amazing. This is by far the latest recorded year-walk. I hope I'm excused for borrowing the file from the archive. They gave me little choice since they are closed during the weekend. Could not sleep last night. Too excited by the files. Much of the records are of a legal nature, but there are relevant passages. Daniel claimed he knew that he would murder Stina after seeing it in his vision on his year-walk. Sadly, the scribe has not bothered to take it all down and occasionally just refers to it as ramblings of a madman. Poor boy. There are certain elements that are new to me. Must write them down in detail later on. Need fresh air. Daniel's cabin, Solsorten, is briefly mentioned in the protocol. We'll ask around about it. Hope it still exists. I'm pronouncing everything wrong. That's okay. Is that my box? Looks like it. Drove around for a few hours in the forest today. These are woods to get lost in. Asked for directions from every local. Most people never heard of the cabin. Was about to give up when I met an old man. His aunt had lived there till the 60s. From then, it had 3 different owners that used it as a summer house until the mid-80s. The last family that owned the cabin only stayed there one summer. Their 5-year-old son drowned in the brook nearby, and after that they never returned. Oh. Nobody has lived there since. The old man's nephew owned the land. I asked the old man if I could pay it a visit. He did not think there would be anyone that would mind. Oh wow, these look like real pictures. The cabin is situated deep into the forest. No sign, no road, just a narrow path. This was the place where he started his year walk over 100 years ago. Felt overwhelmed by the thought. Could not enter. It's a lonely place. The only other building I could find in the area was an underground storehouse. Guess it might have belonged to the cabin. It was too dark to see anything, but I can't imagine there'd be anything of significance in there. On my way back to the car, I found this strange box. What an odd thing to leave in the middle of a forest. Seems to be in more or less mint condition. Could not resist taking it. Oh, he took it. Huh. Whew. Tonight I need whiskey, and lots of it. Am I the researcher who year-walked? I'm just like year-walking in Daniel's shoes or something. October 1st. Hey, is that the church? Went to Vettrop Church today. It's a small white stone church built in the 12th century. The place where the church stands has been used for worship even earlier than that, according to the priest I met. He showed me around the premises. Put a bouquet of flowers on Stina's grave. Seemed appropriate. The almost unlikely somber epitaph read, "In memory of our loving daughter, Stina Nilsson, 1877 through 1894. Her cries for mercy could not sway his hand." Ooh, that's sad. Depressing. Search for Daniel's grave, but there was no stone, and according to the priest, there probably never was. The gravestones E.S. told me about are gone. The priest is not sure where they are or when they disappeared. Odd. I always think it's weird when gravestones, like, disappear. I don't know how that happens. Like, other than floods, I guess. I don't know. Weather has been unreasonably bad. Spent the day at the county archive. Had trouble concentrating. Tried to locate a photograph of Daniel Svensson, but no luck. The clerk explained that a lot of stuff was lost when the files were moved from the regional archive back in 1976. Apparently there was another murder case in Vettrop in the early 1890s. A Lisa Rasmussen drowned 4 infants in a creek. God! She was an angel maker. Ooh! Who received foster children from poor unmarried mothers. Lisa promised to find the babies good homes in exchange for a hefty sum of money. This was all a charade. As soon as the mothers had paid what little they owned, she drowned their children in a nearby creek. That's the monster thing we saw, right? With the Brook and all that good stuff. We read about it. All files from that trial I have been lost. Outrageous. Think I'm done with the archive. Been thinking a lot about that church. Church is where it all ends. Strange day. The runestone E.S. talked about is not marked on any map. Talked to the man at the service station. He drew me a rather primitive map. Searched for the stone for a long time. Almost gave up. Found it at last. Felt compelled to touch it. Had the strangest sensation of looking beyond. Beyond what? The feeling lasted for quite some time. Hey, it worked. That map's good enough. Heading home tomorrow. Wish I had more time. The stone is old. Might predate Christianity, but I failed to see how it's connected to your walking. Could not resist stopping by the church on my way home. Walked around it for a bit. It's a pretty church. Not remarkable, but there is something about it. Feel that the church and the stone are connected somehow. They are, though. We did that whole thing. There's the box! It's the box we're in front of. Found the box when I unpacked. Had almost forgotten about it. It seems to have some lock-like construction, but I have yet to understand exactly what it is or how to open it. It reminds me of some of those puzzle boxes. The wheel with the symbol suggests it's been opened by entering a password. Must be old. Maybe E.S. knows something about it. Maybe. Decided not to tell E.S. about the box. He might not appreciate that I took it with me. He's always nagging me about ethics. Yeah, you shouldn't take an artifact from a place you don't, belong. Or just in general, don't take artifacts. Busy week. Classes and meetings. The faculty is really getting in the way of my research. Feeling a bit strange. I have weird dreams ever since I came back from Vettrop. Hey, I see the bird. Why is it in underwear? And it's our goat. Let's party, Theo. Call Evie, prepare a lecture, Swedish. That's funny. All right. He's having fun with it, I guess. October 8th. Dreamt that I was in a vast wasteland. I was searching for the keys to my locker together with Jenny from high school. We laughed and dug in the sand. Suddenly the sky lit up and Jenny pointed to a simple constellation of stars. She whispered in my ear to never forget it. Should I make a note of this? I feel like I should. I really need to get a notebook. I just have a notepad on here. So, triangle? Yeah? Alright. I asked her what it meant. But she was dead and her bones were withered and old. Woke up and had been feeling rather queasy ever since. Interesting. Don't take artifacts home. Read an account of a year walk by a man named Romadal in an old book. I came over I came over in a used bookshop. Okay. Romadell's story is a little more than a tall tale told by a drunken oaf. Most of them seem to be. Daniel sticks out. It haunts me. Held a lecture on year walking. Several faculty members attended. They ridiculed me in front of the students. Oh, come on. Not in front of the kids. I guess college kids, right? Another strange dream. Was doing my homework. Was stressed because the oil lamp was running out of oil, and when it did, the pale horse outside the window would come inside. Huh. The lamp burned out and everything went black. Woke up soaked in sweat. It's the Brook horse. Hasten? Or Hasten? Interesting. It keeps blinking like that whenever I click. Or the background's kind of fading in and out. Okay, we're just going to keep going. I have a feeling it's going to be a jump scare or something. Or maybe it just always did that. Must remember to buy groceries. Fiddled with the box. I have no clue how to open it. Frustrating. Was jealous. What jealous, small-minded, greedy creatures the faculty members are. They will undoubtedly create small-minded, jealous, and greedy students. Don't feel the need to share any of my research with the faculty anymore. They don't deserve to read something that my hand has written. They would not understand anyway. You okay there, buddy? Going down some way here. The thought of what is inside the box is like an itch that can't be scratched. I have searched for references to anything about it, but I have found nothing that resembles it at all. I wonder if they actually build this box to take pictures of it. Having more strange dreams. Something happened in those woods. Is year walking a mere vision quest? Are the visions brought on by lack of light and food? Yes, believe so. Not so sure. Dreamt of the runestone. Was in the forest outside Vetrop. Mrs. Bowman was walking up to me. I was very afraid. She said that I had been a bad boy and broken the rules. Before I could defend myself and tell her that I did not mean to be naughty, she withered into dust. Found myself in front of the runestone. The Grimm's eyes glowed at me. Woke up. What's this? Found myself thinking of the stone. What does it mean and how is it connected to year walking? What did people do in those woods? Well, I got lost and then took babies and then gave them to a horse. And then fought a woods lady. This is all out of order, but yeah. They did some weird things in those woods. Do not feel like sleeping tonight. Drinking coffee and watching TV. That's my life. If I stay awake, those dreams will stay away. Could not understand much of my students' presentations today. Must sleep. Someone is watching me all the time. Got an email reminder to deliver the text for the game. Wrote 7 or 8 pages. Hopefully it's enough. Wait, is this the game developer writing about year walking? What the heck? What? Waiting. Don't know what for. Have a feeling that something is on its way. They're breaking the fourth wall. Received an odd email today. I would say so. Look at all them zeros. Hi Theodore. Just wanted to double check. Okay. Got over 1,000 of these last night. All those zeros? Oh, it's a half moon. Half moon. Half moon. Is that right? Like that, right? Don't know what it could mean. Maybe it's a prank by my students, but they seem too unimaginative to come up with something like that. Don't think it'll end here. So he's like double jobs or something? Is it some kind of threat? Called the priest, told him of my plight. He said that Vetrop sometimes has a strange effect on people, but it rarely lasted. Do not think he understands. I was going to ask him about the box, but decided to hang up when he suggested I should see someone. You should see someone. You need help. Woke up last night, heard baby screams from beneath the floorboards. Panicked, managed to pry up some of the floorboards. The screaming stopped. Oh, dude, get help. Okay. The Watchers, the Night Raven, the Huldra, the Brook Horse, and the Church Grim. There might be others. Cannot be sure. Can they disguise themselves? Maybe they can read minds? The Watchers, because they watch. That's what they do. But is that all they do? I don't know. Is that all they do? I'm trying to see if there's any, like, shapes going on. Grim, Raven. These two off to the side here? I don't know. Okay. Year walk equals system error. Year walking works, but it was never meant to. It's against the rules. The universe blinked its eye and someone crossed all barriers that are known as time and space. Interesting. The Watchers are watching, but who are watching the Watchers? Wait, isn't that a movie quote too? Yeah. 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 How can you bend time and space? That's the goat head. Time, space, beyond. I feel like I'm missing something. Got in a heated argument with ES. He is surprisingly scornful of my theories. Must remember that he's an old man and he might not be as open to new ideas any longer. He claims that it is impossible to gaze into the future. The future is not set. Nothing happens until it happens. Of course, it's impossible to look into the future according to logic, but I'm not sure they are playing according to our rules. The Watchers are more than they appear, and less. They are real, yet they are unreal. They do not exist in the manner that this table and this chair exist. Well, we got a square now. At least. How do I know these things? Are they my thoughts? Am I writing this? I certainly did not draw this, but yet it's right there in my notebook. You're losing your mind, friend. Hey. Watchers or antibodies? So they're trying to stop somebody from year walking? Is that the idea? Daniel broke the rules and he was punished. Held another lecture, the last one for a long while it seems. It's been decided that I need a break, but it matters not. Have more important things to do. I've been an idiot. Someone is playing with me. These shapes, it's the same as on the box. Did someone see me take it? Tried the symbols I have received, but the box remains shut. Okay. Woke up last night. The telephone rang. Answered. Could not hear anyone. Hung up and rang again. Answered. Could hear someone speak on the other side. Could not make out what was being said. The voice was too far away. Hung up. It kept ringing. Cut the cord. Jeez. Ugh. Bought whiskey. Bought food. People stare. Don't want to go out there again. Too many know who I am. If you break the rules, there will be consequences. Oh boy. Oh no. Wish I had not cut the cord to my phone. Need to hear a human voice. Don't dare to go out. He's freaking out. Oh, triangle head. At first I didn't even notice. One of the paintings in my living room has been replaced. Abort! Abort mission! Just return the box. It must have happened during the 30 minutes I slept. Cannot let my guard down. Someone was here, or something. Will the antibodies come for me? Am I a virus in the eyes of the universe? But they're giving you the symbols, right? Do they apparently want you to figure it out? I don't know. Boarded up the balcony and all the windows. Nothing can come in now, I hope. Shouldn't be possible, but someone was here again. I'm definitely being threatened. There was a knife on my kitchen table. Ooh. Old but sharp? Why is there a knife now? I realized that the knife is his. We are connected. Oh, it's the guy who murdered... Oh, no. The church is central to this, and yet it is not. Perhaps the church itself is not important, but rather the energy of the place. Perhaps the gate is always there, but it's not a gate. Gates are meant to be open, or closed. This is a rift in the fabric of the very existence of everything. But why allow it? Why does the universe or God or someone not shut the gate? If we're not meant to do it, why let us? Good question. I can hear the heart of the universe beating. Ooh. What is happening? Feel like a worm under a big boot. I can feel the shadow hanging over me, waiting to get crushed. She sings and I shall follow. She is trying to fool me, that I know, but I must get closer to her because I get closer to the key that leads to the heart of it all. He's chasing the woods lady we went with, or we had to go find. I didn't steal the box because it begged me to take it with me. Daniel survived all the watchers sent by the universe. He was lured by the temptress, brought the innocents to the pale horse, unearthed the parasites, and finally faced the master of them all. But yet he was destroyed. Could it have gone any other way? He was doomed from the start? Am I doomed? Is the future set, or can it be altered? Those are all the symbols we saw in the book, too. Must help him. It's the right thing to do. There is a bond between us. Might have figured it out. 5 watchers, 5 symbols, which means there is one coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I wrote down the triangle. No, wait, that's right. I wrote down something else. What is that? My list. Okay. One more incoming. So tired, can't seem to hold my thoughts for any period of time. Should probably eat more often, but I must resist. It's important that I come prepared. The heart beats stronger, but I will break it and see beyond everything. That's what we did earlier, too. In the end, it was the nature of man that got Daniel. Must free myself of all desires. That's how they get to you. Can love really be a weakness, or is it strength? And the poor girl, it just seems unfair. Is there anything I can do? If the future can be altered, why not the past? Am I playing the part of the fool in this cosmic play? And if so, to what purpose? Disconnected the microwave oven, just in case. What did you think was going to happen with the microwave oven? Feeling absolute terror at the possibility that there is no purpose. No rhyme, no reason to any of it. Why me? Maybe because you were looking. The only way I can help him is if I break the rules. It will come at a price, but what do I care if I can rise above it all? I mean, you should kind of care. 2 rules. Time and space, if broken. Above it all and doom? How? What? Okay. Saw her lifeless body. She is beautiful even in death. Had been crying ever since. It all seems so needless, so cruel. Ready for anything. Don't care anymore. It's finally here, the last one. Woke up with this in my palm. Oh, that's so freaky. Tried to wash it out. It's a tattoo. Tested them in all different kinds of combinations, but I could not figure out how to do it. I must sleep. I will open that box tomorrow. Did you do it? Of course, so simple. Rotate the wheel and release when the symbol aligns with the grim. In the order they were delivered to me. But why was it empty? I thought it was Daniel all along. I thought he was here, but it cannot have been he who sent me the password. It doesn't make sense. If the box was empty, it means it must be filled? Maybe with the knife? Are you providing him the knife to do it? I still do not understand who sent the symbols. If it was not the boy, then it must have been the Watchers. But why? Are they toying with us? Helping us in some perverse, twisted way? From the get-go, he was doomed. They got him at the very thought of year walking, but I think the girl can be saved. I put everything he needs in the box and locked it. I will leave it where I found it, where all of this has started. If my mind is set on this, does it mean that I am doomed too? The rift is open and wants me to go through. None, none, none. Good, good, weak. Best is the 31st? Okay. Packed my things. I wonder if I will come back. Okay, there's the church. There's the windmill. Wow, this is pretty cool. There's the cabin. Still sorting, it's cold here. Wish I could light a fire, but I must do it right. Surprise how calm I feel. Only hours remain. It's midnight. Okay. So I think that triangle was first, right? Does it matter? I think it's that. I don't know if it matters which way I do it. Square. And there was another triangle, but it was facing... No, not you. It's facing up. Oh, they're all kind of... They have doubles and it's freaking me out. Did I do it? Oh, it did it. There's no sound in it, though. Murder executed. Daniel Svensson was executed at the prison. He was found guilty for the heinous murder of young Stina Nilsson last year. The death sentence has been criticized by the highly renowned Dr. Helmer Lundbach, who stated that Daniel is suffering from an abnormal psyche. He seems to have problems discerning past from present and has visions of terrible creatures. Oh, can I move? Something not uncommon among schizophrenics. Daniel cannot be held accountable for his actions and should be given treatment at an institution for the criminally insane. The execution was performed by Gustav Dahlberg. This was his 4th execution. Last year, he was to perform the execution of the notorious Lisa Rasmussen, who was charged with the murder of 4 infants in Vettorp, but who took her own life before the sentence could be carried out. Security has been improved greatly since. Daniel Svensson was composed during the whole process, besides the slight shaking hands so common among the criminal type. You could not tell Daniel from any other young man. He sobbed loudly once he laid his head down low, but quickly regained his composure. A quick prayer and a swift, powerful stroke, and it was over. According to the attending priest, Granith, Daniel's last words were, "I should have killed myself, then none of this would have happened." Oh. I'm gonna go kill myself? You are long dead when I write this, and I have not yet been born. Yet we have a connection beyond life, death, space, and time. The impossible made possible by your walking. But the Watchers always win. Even though you've not passed through the rift yet, they sense the urge and they want their sacrifice. I wish there could be another way. I am sorry, but for her there is still hope. You can save her. You know what you must do. Oh. But at least I could save her. That's my knife. Well then. Wow. That's actually pretty good. I wonder if there's supposed to be no sound or if my game glitched out. I can't hear anything. Hope you all can hear it on your end. Looks like it's picking up something. Anyway, that's awesome. I'm glad I finished it out through. That was longer than I thought. So well then, thank you all for watching the end of this, and I'm hoping to get back on a more normal schedule since the holidays are over. Alright, bye everybody. Thanks for watching.